Trump: I have got compromising info on anti-Kavanaugh senator. It's a funny thing about the leftist, mainstream media. You can actually glean some pretty interesting information sometimes, if you read far enough into an article. The ugly debacle that is presently the confirmation process for Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh might just expose some pretty compromising information about the Democratic critics of President Donald Trump's choice for the hight court. If you have been watching the president's reaction to the stall tactics in the Senate Judiciary Committee, you may be wondering just why he is so confident in the face of the latest delay in holding a confirmation vote. Maybe he's got an ace up his sleeve. At least that is what the New York Times suggested Monday in a story titled "White House Tells F.B.I. to Interview Anyone Necessary for Kavanaugh Inquiry." About 17 paragraphs into a 30-paragraph article, the president let reporters know that he was not going to stand still and let Democrats hypocritically take down Kavanaugh on spurious issues when he knows the pot is calling the kettle black. And he is not going to let Democrats manipulate the FBI investigation by changing the scope of it. Mr. Trump made clear, however, that he would not take into consideration concerns of Senate Democrats in fashioning the scope of the FBI inquiry. Instead, he expressed indignation that Democrats were questioning Judge Kavanaugh's youthful drinking and suggested some of them were being hypocritical because they themselves abuse alcohol, the Times reported. "I happen to know some United States senators, one who's on the other side who's pretty aggressive," Trump said, according to the Times. "I have seen that person in some very bad situations." Trump called the situations somewhat compromising, according to the Times. He would not identify whom he meant, but he did later single out Senator Richard Blumenthal, a Democrat from Connecticut, a favorite target, for misleading the public for years about his military service during the Vietnam War, the Times reported. "This guy lied when he was the Attorney General of Connecticut. He lied," Trump said, according to the Times. In 2010, the New York Times published an article that reported Blumenthal said he had served in Vietnam, implying he had fought in the war, when in fact he served in the Marine Reserve in the United States at the time. Later, according to the Times, Blumenthal called his comments a few misplaced words. On Monday, Trump continued on the theme. Advertisement, story. He said he was a war hero, that he fought in Da Nang province, Trump said. "We call him Da Nang Richard. He never went to Vietnam." According to the Times, Trump also told reporters he favored a comprehensive FBI investigation and had no problem if the Bureau wanted to question Judge Kavanaugh or even a third accuser who was left off the initial witness list if she seemed credible. His only concerns, he said, were that the investigation be wrapped up quickly and that it take direction from the Senate Republicans who will determine whether Judge Kavanaugh is confirmed. "The FBI should interview anybody that they want within reason, but you have to say within reason. But they should also be guided, and I am being guided, by what the senators are looking for," Trump said, according to the Times. So, we see a determined President Trump in the face of Democratic antics aimed at derailing a Supreme Court nomination. Let's hope that he does have an ace or two up his sleeve. If I were a Democrat, I would worry about the president's demeanor at the latest developments in the Kavanaugh confirmation hearings. But is not that why we all voted for this president? I, for one, counted on his ability to work the deal from behind the scenes. Maybe this is how he's going to keep the left in line. Time will tell. Maybe by Friday, we will have our answer.